We've got some winners and we've got some really good efforts. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca. Today I'm going to give you the superstars of 2024 so far in beauty product. We're not halfway. We're not halfway yet, but we're kind of a third of the way, and I just figured through the 2024 year, there are quite a few launches, and I have drugstore, high-end, I have PR, I have stuff I've purchased, I have indie brands, so we'll just have some fun, and I'll talk to you about the makeup I've used, tried, etc., and what I love, and what nothing is bad, it's just I couldn't get it to work for me, so maybe I'm just not the customer for it. That's okay too. All right, let's start with hair. I applied my dry shampoo, which I am not a huge dry shampoo person. I just either leave my hair dirty or wash it. But the L'Occitane sent me their aerosol-free dry shampoo, and it is pretty remarkable. It has a very sort of fresh European gender-neutral scent, and it has no residue. It doesn't have a white cast, and I like it. I like it, and it's also because it doesn't have any propellants or aerosols. So the smart people at Dermatology created a under eye corrector that is SPF, and so you can use this as eye cream, sunscreen, lightweight concealer, and I like the shade medium, so I'm gonna do just a little bit of that. I feel like this is one of those products where you could go, wow, that's a lot of money. Like, it's cheap for an eye cream, but it's expensive for a concealer, and it's considered a corrector, but honestly, like, to me that looks like concealer. So it really does help provide the correction for just that discoloration, but it also helps provide sun protection, which I think we are not very good about applying sun protection on our eyelids. And I think it's because for so many of us, sunscreen can make, you know, our eyes water, or we think it's going to interact and maybe just not wear well under makeup, and you know, we've just kind of got our own feelings about that, and I totally get it. A product that I still can't wrap my head around because I want to love it, but I have a feeling that it is not for me in the way it's intended, so I think I can make it work in you know, well, there's two. Okay, so the Natasha Denona High Def, this is their Skin Gen or High Gen, and it is the highlighter, and it is intended to improve your skin texture. It's actually, the directions talk about it being used as your last step in your skincare routine, so I thought I would show you how it looks on my skin when I'm only wearing sunscreen, because it's not for me, but I think it's a beautiful highlighter. All right, so it only comes in one shade, has a little bit of fragrance, has a little bit of sort of some of that. Now, it's beautiful. Like, wow, look at that. I can see how it just adds a glow, but because I have so much going on that I want to help settle down with my redness and discoloration, I feel like this is better as a finishing product after I've done all my other steps for makeup. But I mean, actually that looks really nice. I do see why, if you have a lovely complexion, you want to add this as just like a, ooh, look at you. So not bad with the Dermatology concealer and then this. So we're kind of in the realm of where makeup and skincare combine, and that is a good thing. I'm not going to argue. So I have two foundation products I wanted to share with you that were released this year, and I love them. And the one is the drugstore CoverGirl Skin Tint that, of course, everybody freaked out because it is a very dupe product to the Chanel. I don't have the Chanel. I haven't tried the Chanel, so I'm only taking their word for it, but it looks and wears probably the same. The shade selection is interesting. I think it runs very light. I'm going to show you. I found this at Target for $15. When it was first launched, it was $22. So what I love about it is how watery it is, how it has just a hint of coverage, how it feels so hydrating on the skin. And my favorite way of applying it is actually, yes, I like putting it on like foundation with a foundation brush, but I also like putting it on with my hands, and I just kind of rub it around. And I think for a CoverGirl foundation, this is just such a beautiful drugstore product. So I know it's expensive, but I feel like right now with drugstore, everything is sort of in the $15 range with foundation. And plus, if you're going to be picky about ingredients or country of origin, really this is what you get. So I just think that it's beautiful. And if you are not into putting things on with your hands, which I get that too, I love how this applies with a brush. Now, some of you, have seen me put this on top of all my makeup, and I love doing that too, because I think it makes just a nice, it kind of filters. If you feel like your makeup is looking a little too much, you can kind of blot it out, and I love it. And it's such a nice skin finisher, you know, if you're feeling dry. Now, in terms of high-end launches for foundation, the Urban Decay Face Bond, I really love this foundation because it provides hydration and long wear, and it's sort of this matte version of a hydrating formula that's also just sort of sets on its own. So it's got the powder aspect to it, so you don't need powder. It's just really interesting, and I really enjoy it, and a little goes a long way. And I think I actually might use a brush because I think I liked the finish. I don't know why I did it that way. I'm going to show you with my BK Beauty 101 brush. I like just kind of putting, and I wouldn't necessarily wear these two products together. That's, you know, I love layering, but I would wear maybe the CoverGirl by itself. It actually works great to layer with other foundation, but this Urban Decay foundation for me was great on its own, and I do have a full deep dive review of it, and I'm wearing shade 7. So I like it. I really like it. I think it is a great product, and if you live in a very humid climate, if you are very oily, I think you will love this. And I have an indie brand for concealer, and that is Salt New York. They just launched their concealer, and it comes in a pan. So I have it in a magnetic palette, and I have shade 12 and it's called Best Case Concealer. And what I love about this, you can see like the slip. You can see how the waxes and the squalane are like coming to the surface, but it's not greasy. This concealer is $16, I think, and I feel like it is so advanced. It feels like a high-end product. It's crazy good. And I love Salt New York Sneaky Balms. Those are great for foundation that are that's just like skin-like, hydrating, you know. And I'm using a lot of fingers, which I'm not really into that, but apparently, okay, here we go. And I love this. It comes in so many shades. You can use it all over if you want to. You can use it as a corrector. Like, it's just, oh, it's so good. It's so good. And I know that it took a long time to create that formula, and she really, really put her heart and soul into that. Love it. Drugstore bronzer, the Milani cream bronzer. I love this bronzer. You guys just don't need to hear me talk about this anymore. I wear it all the time. Somebody said this shade doesn't work for me, and I'm like, whatever. I like it. It's the Spilling Tea is the shade. Works for, I think it's just fine. Thank you very much. This, I feel like, almost sets on its own. It has sort of this hybrid feel to it, and I really love it. I really, really love it. Okay, so we know this. It's established. Huda Beauty, the fragrance-free Easy Bake Powder. Highly recommend. I'm so happy for it. There's a lot of powders I love, you guys, that are in the drugstore category. Honestly, I think I'm giving this a shout out just because everyone is always so excited about it, and it feels like it's a social media darling, like an influencer favorite, and the Huda Beauty. And I'm like, but I've never liked it because of the fragrance. And now that it's fragrance free, I'm like, yay. And I'm just using a little Real Techniques puff. Love this. Love it. I am going to try that Natasha Denona again. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay. So I'm going to use the brush I was using before. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it works better if you pat it. It doesn't work. I can't seem to get it to work. Sort of doing the spin and the spin and buff. Okay, I'm going in with a different. Yeah. Okay, so now that's pretty. That's lovely. It's kind of a very ethereal, soft Emilio Estevez. I think we're a little bit Martin Sheen. I think we're Martin Sheen here. Yeah. Yeah. Eyeshadow. I love Alter Ego's Wildwood palette. I think this is stunning. It came out just a bit ago. It's the gold, bronzy type, copper penny, everything found in nature shades. So beautiful. I'm just gonna do a light bit of this trail shade, and it has, the reason I like it is because if you feel like shadows pull too cool, too gray, these have such a, I feel like they have a green yellow undertone. So the khaki greens and the olive, they stay olive, you know? And I like that because I love taupe. I love all kinds of kind of pewter shades, but then I feel like I'm wearing blue eyeshadow. And so for me, I kind of enjoy how I'm really slapping this on. I know, right? How annoying. I feel like my camera is just misbehaving, and I feel like I'm filming with a bomb. And instead of it exploding, it just shuts off. So I think it blends beautifully. Love it, love it. I love these. Oh, look at that, look at that. These are the shimmers. They just do so, they're just so much fun. It's interesting, you know, and I don't think it's too much. I don't think it's like, oh my gosh, what are you wearing yellow eyeshadow for? Like, I don't think it looks like that. The Rare Beauty Pinch Cheeks, is that what it's called? I love this. I love this Rare Beauty blush, and it's shade Cheer. I can't dupe it. I can't. Everything is either darker, more pink, more coral. Like, it truly, I looked at it and I went, oh, piece of cake. I'm sure Milani makes a blush that color. Not really. Not with that bit of pearl. It's just got this lovely, I can't describe it. And here, I'm gonna take a risk because I'm putting it over other highlight products and creams. So you might think, uh-oh, it's gonna look textured because there's so much pearl in there. But I actually think that when you take either like a foundation brush that you used with your liquid products over it, it wants to just kind of smooth out. I don't find it to look textured at all. I did hear that from some people. I just think that is such a beautiful, like literally it's called Cheer, and the shade is just so cheerful. And I think that it lends itself to so many undertones, and I love it. Queen Musia, if I'm saying that right, yay. If not, I apologize. They are an indie brand. They sent me these lipsticks and they are gorgeous. They are in a sort of piece of art, I think, and they are named after famous works of art. This is Dorian, and it is a beautiful coral. And then this one, these are matte formulas. They are not drying. See how that's kind of like a burnt rust? So pretty. I don't know yet which ones I'm gonna use. What I do want to share though for mascara, and I will put that on presently, Swede Beauty also sent me some products, and they have what's called their Pro Lash Lift Mascara. I saw Michelle Wong talk about their Cloud Mascara. I like that one, but I like the lift better. It has literally a lift, and I can sometimes mix it with other formulas, and I'm really getting best of both worlds, sort of Hannah Montana style. The wand is very unique. It's like a short comb, and you think, uh-oh, that's like, what are we gonna get with this? But trust me, I do like a light kind of blink, like a light coat, you know? And they also have a lash serum, and I've been using that at night before I go to bed. And so you can see it kind of, it almost doesn't really coat the lashes in a uniform, you know. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I'm gonna let that dry though, or, you know, I'm gonna give it a minute. I will say indie brands lately, I've gotten several PR samples from them, some from a variety of indie brands, and their mascaras are so good. Prime Lash sent me this, and it's phenomenal if you are worried about thinning lashes or you want something that's gentle and doesn't take a bunch of effort to remove. Anyway, so I either use a lash comb or I dip into like any one of my favorite mascaras, but you can see how you can even use the Swede, the cloud mascara. But I just feel like that did the trick. Like my lashes look lifted. I think it's phenomenal. I really do. I'm also going to use this Prime liner, and this is a liner that stays in place and does not tug. So if you have delicate eyelids, you're worried about any kind of crepey pulling, this is so good. Can tight line. The skin feels really good. All that product I piled on. I feel really good, and I must look very glowy. I actually have a discount code for the Natasha Denona website. I wanted to try the Need a Rouge, I think that's what this is called. Yes, I Need a Rouge. This is the Stiletto, and I love the I Need a Nude, and I didn't realize that they don't make all the shades anymore. And so I thought, well, I love an iconic red, so let me give this a try. And I will say that the I Need a Nude liners and lipsticks I found to be absolutely beautiful. I loved how they wore, and I loved all the different shades you could get. I normally don't do red liner. I like to do nude liner and just kind of match my lip. But I also thought it would be kind of neat to just try this and see. So I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for putting this on. I feel like I haven't worn red in so long. Okay, it feels beautiful. Like, it's so, just glides. And it looks scary. Wow. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. It's so precise. Oh wow. Okay, I need to fix that. You know what? I need more blush and bronzer. Oh, but I do have a drugstore lipstick, and that is the Wet n Wild. This new cream lipstick formula they came out with, beautiful. And the shade Hush Little Beige is probably my favorite. I love this. It's kind of mauve, kind of nude, kind of rose, yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful formula. And I think it's $2.99. I love this Milk Hydro Grip Setting Spray. It's fragrance free, but I think there is alcohol, but this does not irritate my skin, and it is glowy, but it also sets. So it has that light, like it'll set your makeup, but if you look too powdery, this will add that like pearl finish. And then a drugstore version that doesn't add really any kind of luminosity, but that is great even if you have dry skin, is this Pro Perfect Oil Control Multitasking Setting Spray. It says it has a matte finish. It is not dry on the skin, and it has such a lovely fine sprayer, and I love it. It doesn't have any triggering ingredients, and it feels really, really good. So if you want to if you've got too much shine, you can use this, or if you just want to set your makeup. But if you feel like you want more glow, this works. And I think that's everything, and that is plenty. So I'm going to sign off, leave you with that. I will leave all the links below. I have affiliate codes that make commission on some of these items, so I'm disclosing that to you. I appreciate when you shop through my links. It helps support my channel, and I also appreciate your viewership and your subscription because that supports my channel too. Thanks so much. I hope you're doing great, and I'll see you next time. Bye.